Hi, everyone. It's Brittany and Ella here today.
Hi.
Hi. She's been so patient, you guys, because I've decided last minute I was going to come on here for a live. It seems like this is going to be actually part of the goals that I'm setting for myself this upcoming month, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But she's been so patient. We made cookies, and she's been waiting to have these delicious cookies. So hi, everybody who comes. Welcome, welcome. Hi. I actually wanted to share a little tip about recipes for everyone, about cookies with everyone, because, cookies are a dessert, so we don't have them all the time, right? These are both for you. I'm just showing them. But the thing is it's so easy when you make fresh baked cookies to have all of them there and want to eat all of them. But what I do is I roll all of them into balls. I cook however many we want to eat, like 6 or 8 or however many it is. And then after I'm done cooking that batch, the rest of them go in the fridge. So literally over the next couple days, if we want a few small cookies, I throw them on a bake tray and I cook them. Or if people are coming over, I throw them on a tray and I cook them. But then they're like, they're only when you need them and only in the mouth that you need them. And it's amazing for the kids too, because she totally looks forward to it. But, oh, hey, Amy, so good to see you. Welcome. And hello, everyone else who's joined the room. This is exciting. So yeah, to kind of get on with the topic for today that was kind of given me, I really wanted to discuss goal setting. First, because it's springtime, and I think we all get in a little bit of a mood to want to kind of clean out the old and kind of bring in the new. But also because it is the 1st of April, and it being the 1st of every month, I know for me as an entrepreneur, as a mom, like it's really important to set my goals and to know what I'm working towards that month. Yes, Ella? I love you too. And so I wanted to kind of clear up some understanding or misunderstanding around this idea of goal setting and what makes really practical and helpful and actionable goals and what doesn't. Okay, so the first thing first is, yeah, that's what you want to have for your goals, is you want them to be actionable, something that you can specifically do every single day or a few times a week. You want it to be specific so that you know exactly what it is that you're doing. And what else did I write down as an important insight? You also want it to be exciting. Okay, you want to be excited about the fact that you are going to reach this. And so some things that you don't want to do in setting goals is to set them too broad or to not be specific or to not be excited about it. And so I'll give you an example. So there's definitely some people who have come to me and they have the goal of wanting to lose weight, right? Okay, you can want to lose weight, but it's not actionable, it's not specific, and it's not really all that exciting. Because if you think about it, if you want to lose weight, you're focused on a pain point, you're focused on what you don't want. So what I suggest is focusing on what you do want, right? And so that means that you want to shift it to something actionable. So what you could do instead of the goal of losing weight is to set the goal of making 3 whole and healthy meals a week. It could be the goal of waking up in the morning and doing some stretches, doing some yoga before you start your day. It could be saying like affirmations that declare the truth of your soul, the truth of who you really are beyond this body, and allow yourself to be drawn to that. So it's always like a deeper core goal. It's a deeper core reason. So even though the effect might be losing weight, what you really want to do is maybe feel closer to yourself and to love yourself. So really what that means is nourishing yourself in a different way. So I'm actually going to give you an example of a goal that I used to have and how I kind of changed my mind about it and how I actually got to the results that I wanted by basically setting a new goal that I didn't know I really wanted. So many years ago, before kids, before a company. Oh, hey, Angelica, good to see you, honey. Good to see everybody else who's in here. Many years ago, yeah, before my life was the way that it is now, I actually had horrible acne. I had terrible acne. It was all over my cheeks specifically, and I had a lot of scars as well. And so I had this habit, I guess you can say, of going to the store and buying acne wash and acne cream so that it would take my acne away. And then it was after the point where I started, listening to the course and realizing where, true healing comes from. And I remember walking through the store with this bottle of acne cream, acne face wash, and having the thought, oh my God, if I have this acne face wash, that means that's how I see myself, that I have acne on my face, I'm trying to get rid of it, and I'm trying to get rid of it outside of myself. And so I also had the thought that, wow, like this acne is of my own making. Like, what if I could focus on something else about myself? So that instant, I literally put down the acne cream. You see everybody saying hi? I put down the acne wash and I literally walked out of the store, and I never went back in to get that again, because the thought that was given me is for me to focus on my holiness. It's for me to focus on my wholeness. It's for me to focus on the truth that I'm healed and whole already. And as I allow my thoughts to match up to what is true as God created me to be, it will be so. And so from that day onward, I never looked in the mirror looking for acne. From that day forward, I never said, oh, look at this on my face. In fact, what I did is I didn't look. I didn't bug myself. I didn't try and look in the mirror to see what was on my face. And the same thing when you're losing weight. We want to look and see where the extra fat rolls are. We want to look and see where our clothes aren't fitting. But when that is where our mind is being directed, we're always going to see the problem. So instead, we have to focus inside of ourselves and be like, what is the solution? Like, what is the outcome? What do I want to feel? And I wanted to feel vibrant, and I wanted to feel alive, and I wanted to feel that like my health was showing through my body instead of my basically like guilt at the time that was showing through my body on my face. So that really changed things for me. And now my focus shifted to like caring for myself and loving myself instead of beating myself up because I didn't like the way my face looked. And believe it or not, everything healed. I have not had a problem where since. It literally was like a miracle. And so this is what I feel that goals can do for us. When we set specific goals for what we can do with our family, specific goals for what we could do for our self-care practices, and goals for what we could do in our kitchen and making healthy food, especially being like a mom, you have no choice but to be the care provider, and you almost like have to cook meals even if you don't want to. It's important to set those goals. So I encourage you to think right now, what are the top 3 goals that you want to set for April? You're bored. So does that mean you're ready to leave? Okay, good acknowledgement of how you feel. You can go in the other room if you're at. You want to go take those? I'm not really paying attention to you, so thank you. I understand. And so I really encourage you to kind of take a listen and like within, let me open up the door for her. Ready? I love you. The joys of live videos. Thank you for your patience. So yeah, just sit with it. Think about it. What do you want to accomplish in April? What do you want to bring more of in your life in April? And just start with April. Just start small. And this is what I wrote for me, okay? Because I do this every month and I know it's super important. So what I want to do this month is, number 1 is to start my morning right every day. In the winter, I kind of lost track of that. And it's a really big thing for me because I find that the second that I wake up in the morning, if I can give my mind to God, if I can give my mind in service to you guys, if I can give my mind to the love that is there, then I have the most enjoyable, ease-filled, spontaneous, beautiful, creative, everything amazing filled days. But the days that I forget to do that, it's far easier for ego to take over in any of us. And this is why my focus is always mind training and like setting, you know, your day right, because it's so important. So I'm kind of bringing that back into the front of my awareness since we're now in spring, we're setting a new thing in motion. So it's really important for me. And that looks like waking up before Ella. That looks like meditating for a little bit, saying specific thoughts and affirmations that I want to hold in my mind. It's asking like what excites me today, what I'm excited about today. It's also like how do I want to see my partner, how do I want to see myself, and how do I want to see the people that I'm serving, so that I ensure that my vision is of highest quality and of highest integrity so that it leads me through my day in an amazing way. And then the second goal that I have for April is to do 1 live video a week. So high five to myself. I've already checked 1 thing off the list this week. So I really want to get more on these live videos. And I think that means a lot. And sometimes there's a little bit of apprehension or fear. I mean, life's going. I'm so busy. There's so many things happening. It seems to be hard to take time to step away and do this. But I realize the importance of this. I want to connect with you guys. I want to give more value. I want to be able to help you guys more. And this seems to be an amazing, tremendous avenue to do that. So that's 2. And then my third one is to take 1 full day off work. But to be honest, I'm really bad at that. I'm not very good at taking time off work and just having like a full day for like self-care or even cleaning the house. And I think that's really important. So those are my 3 for April. I would love to hear yours. Please put the comments below. There's one thing that I would suggest, also because it's spring, is maybe to do something like to clean out your pantry this month and to stock it with whole foods that are always there that you can reach for at any time of need for any meal at all whatsoever. I actually have written a blog on like your pantry essentials that might be helpful for you. I have it in the links here to this video, and so you can check it out if you want. It's just free insight as to what I stock my pantry with and what I recommend my community stocks their pantry with. And it's just like a small goal that you can take steps towards every day and then every week. And then by the end of it, oh my God, you have a new pantry, new food, and it's amazing, it's creative, and it's just perfect. So those are my ideas around goal setting. I hope that's helpful for you guys. I really look forward to seeing what your goals are for April. And then this kind of leads me into healthy living. And I know that this is a big idea and a big topic, and there's so much that's going on around it right now. And, you know, maybe I see it like everybody else, maybe I don't, I don't know. So I just wanted to share how I see this because I feel like it's so important. So to me, to live like a healthy life or to have like a healthy lifestyle, literally constitutes many things. It means nourishing and caring for yourself on all levels of body, mind, and spirit. There was definitely a time in my life where I thought the only thing that mattered was taking care of my mind and my spirit, because I was learning that I'm a soul beyond all things, and you know, I'm not this body, and so blah blah blah. But I've kind of like had a shift in realizing that like my body is my vessel. It's literally like a divine portal, you know, to the universe and like to my purpose and to everything I'm supposed to do here. So when I am actively caring for my body in the sense that I'm giving it what it needs so I don't have to think about it, and I'm nourishing it and providing it with the nutrients that it needs so it doesn't get in my way, so I don't have added thoughts about it, so I don't have thoughts of like, oh, I want to lose more weight or whatever it is, because I've been there. I mean, I've been 80 pounds heavier than I am today. I know what it's like. But I really wanted the best way to almost be able to focus all my mind and all my time and all my attention on what I love to do. And what I love to do is be with my family and to serve others and to do Home Healthy Kitchen and to fulfill my purpose here. So the best way to do that, I found, was nourishing my body with the foods that I eat, nourishing my thoughts with the thoughts that I think, and then also taking time to be still and listen to the whispers of my own soul. And when I knock all those check marks off, I'm living a healthy life. I'm living an amazing life. So it's not just a matter of like how much exercise you can get in, although it's amazing and I recommend it. And actually, we're talking about exercise tonight in our fam meeting, which we have every other week, and I'm excited about that. But like, I'm really all about the wholeness, right? Like taking care of all aspects of your being, allowing yourself to thrive so you can be of your optimal and like utmost level of ability here. And so this is what I want for everyone. And I feel like I've been able to learn what is the best for me, teach to others, and see and learn what's the best for them through their self-inquiry and introspection, and just be able to develop the system and approach that can help anyone. And I find I predominantly focus on busy people because we have so many things to do, especially in the position of being a mom. You have to do so many things and care for so many people that it's so easy to lose yourself and it's so easy to forget what's important. And I want everybody to remember what's important, and that you're important, and that you matter, and that you are enough. And so as you take that time to step away from work and to step away from the kids and to step away from the TV and to step away from the mundane routines in life, we can literally set new habits that set us up for success and like set us up for great joy and set us up for great experiences with the ones we love and through the adventures and things we want to do and experience in this world. So that's ultimately what I really want for everyone. And the more we empower ourselves and we learn, we can teach our kids and empower them, and they learn by watching us. So it is the most amazing thing when we learn to take care of ourselves. So to me, that's what healthy living is. And what did I write down here? This was a big one too, that like when we're first developing our own healthy living lifestyle, because I mean, it's different for everyone. We all have different needs and we all have a different way of our life as it's structured. But when we start to make those little steps, like little critiques to what we're eating, and little critiques to our kitchen workflow, and little critiques with how we talk to ourselves and our inner dialogue, and little critiques with like how we set up our self-care practices and our exercise practices and all of these things that take time. Once we start to develop that and take those steps, my goal is to get us to a point where all those steps become automatic, where they literally become so natural and so effortless that you don't have to give much thought to it. And that's the point. The less you have to think about what you need to do, the more you're in the space of receiving. And when you're in that place of receiving, you're literally like allowing your greatest good to be lived through you. And so this is a practice. It takes commitment, it takes patience, it takes time to apply certain principles that get you to where you want to be. But you can get to where you want to be, and we get to where we want to be most clearly by setting up strategic things for our mind and for our body and for our spirit, and realizing that we are one being beyond this physical body manifestation, but we must care for this physical body because this is what we have right now. And for me, I know like it is most naturally used and most healthy when I see it as a communication device. And I can then use it as a communication device with my daughter and help her to learn and to thrive and to care for herself. And same with like in this dynamic of work or in the dynamic of my family. It just allows me to be expressive instead of focusing on all the things I want to change or want to be different or want to be better. Instead, I've set myself up with a plan that's received by my soul, and then I follow through with that plan and reach the end goal. And the end goal is always encompassed in enthusiasm and excitement and joy and curiosity and intrigue. But it doesn't mean it's necessarily void of fear, because I know for me, like when I'm taking big steps and making new decisions and making new leaps, it can be fearful. I mean, it's outside of your comfort zone, but we want to be pushed outside of our comfort zone. And sometimes we need somebody to help us do that. So I feel like it's a big, huge passion of mine to be able to help people to figure out where their comfort zone is and kind of nudge them out there very lovingly beyond their comfort zone so that they really can set their life up in a way that is their greatest life possible, like their ideal life. And then they are also empowering, you know, your children to be able to set their own life up and to be, you know, empowered in the kitchen and know who they are and have full self-esteem and confidence, and to really be able to listen and trust within and receive their perfect part to play here. And all of this is done a lot through demonstration. And so this is why I want to empower moms and parents and busy people everywhere that we can do it no matter what our lifestyle looks like, you know, no matter how busy it is. So yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to share here. If you guys have any questions or anything for me, feel free to put them down below. Even if it's after this video is over, please like just share with me your questions, anything that you have to say. I would still love to hear from you about your 3 goals for April. And other than that, let's just do a little bit of a recap, okay? So if you're setting goals for this month, allow them to be actionable, specific, and exciting for you. So really connect with the deeper meaning and the deeper why behind why you want what you want. And also with a healthy living lifestyle, just know that it doesn't happen overnight. It definitely requires consistent effort and consistent focus. But when you know that you're worth it and that you deserve it, and that caring for you is caring for your family and allowing yourself to be the best self for your work and for humanity, then you're doing it, and like you can do it, and I encourage you to do it every single day in the best way that you can. So with that being said, I mean, if you wanted to check out more of what I'm doing with Whole and Healthy Kitchen, I've got links below. I also have a course that starts this Thursday. It's called Find Your Purpose in Your Kitchen, and we will be dealing with all aspects of self-care, of mindset, of whole foods, of kitchen workflow. It's continued to transform as I have, as my community has, and it's a super exciting thing that is bringing nothing but amazing results to the people who are taking it. So I feel blessed to be a conduit of this amazing course. So if you feel called to that, that is also linked up there at the top of this video. And yeah, other than that, that's what I wanted to say today. After all, I'm glad I shared this. I always am at the end of when I talk. It always feels so good to let what is in like my heart and soul shine through. So thanks for being present. Thank you for listening and learning with me today. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.